For too long, I was stuck in the constant grind of client work, always chasing the next client and always trading my time for money. But then I came across the idea of selling website templates and it's completely changed my life. Last month, I made over $10,000 selling website templates. No client headaches, no deadlines, no meetings, just a steady stream of sales from genuinely valuable products that people actually want. Now, I know that all sounds great, but I do want to point out that this didn't happen overnight. There was a lot of trial and error to get to this stage. But if selling digital products and building a business that actually gives you freedom is something of interest to you, then you're in the right place. I'm going to pull back the curtains and show you exactly how I've done it so that you can hopefully take some inspiration, value, and apply the learnings to your own situation. But before we go any deeper, let's first tackle what are website templates. At their core, website templates are basically pre-designed website layouts that anyone can customize for their own use. For example, if I was an agency owner and I needed a website for my agency, instead of hiring a web designer or building one from scratch, I could buy a website template and simply go in and customize it to fit my needs. This approach makes it more affordable, faster, and easier for the customer to get a professional website, which is the whole big appeal of templates. My website templates are built on Framer, but you can find website templates out there for pretty much every website builder covering a wide range of niches. In the end, website templates are all about saving people time and money while still giving them a quality website that's fit for purpose. But that's all good and well from the customer's perspective, but what about me? Why did I decide to start selling website templates? Well, first off, in all honesty, I wanted to get away from client work. Now, don't get me wrong, there were definitely times where I enjoyed working with clients, but three main issues kept coming up for me. Firstly, I felt like I was stuck in a never-ending cycle. You find a client, you close the deal, you complete the project, usually by the time you're sick of it, and the whole process starts again. And this leads into the second issue. The business was completely dependent on my time. If I wasn't there for whatever reason, the business would basically stop. And yeah, you could argue that I could just hire someone or outsource it, but then that presents its own set of headaches, managing expenses and quality control. And then there's the third issue, the clients themselves. Now, I've worked with some incredible clients in the past, but in the same breath, I've worked with some absolute you know, them clients that drain every ounce of energy out of you and make you question why you even started doing this in the first place. And so website templates offered a way out of all of that. A way to still do the work that I love, but without the constant cycle, dependency on my time, and client frustrations. The second reason I decided to start selling website templates was because of the scalability aspect. Unlike client work where each project takes a set amount of time and effort, website templates are something that I can create once and sell again and again. That's the beauty of digital products. Each sale doesn't mean more hours out of my day, it just means more income because the work was front loaded. And the thing is, with templates or any other digital product, there's no limit to how many people can buy them. So I'm no longer capped by the amount of hours I can work or by the amount of projects I can take on. So as long as people find value in my templates, they keep generating income even when I'm not actively working on them. In other words, website templates turn my business into something that works for me rather than me working for it. So now you know why I made the switch. Let's take a bird's eye view of how the business model actually works before I go into more detail about each piece. And to be honest, the business model itself is super simple. There aren't a lot of moving parts and it goes something like this. I create a website template, I list it on my store and marketplaces, and I drive traffic to them using various marketing methods that I'll go into in a sec. Then a customer finds the template, they purchase it, and they get instant access to it so that they can start customizing it to their needs, and the process repeats over and over again. Like I said, it's one of the more simpler business models, which is why I'm able to run it on my own. Once the template is out there, it keeps selling without me needing to be involved in each sale. But once the sale is made, there are a couple different ways that I get paid. The first is through the actual template sale. This is the main source of income where people purchase the template directly, either from my own store or from marketplaces like Framers. When they buy through my store, I have full control over the marketing, offer, and positioning of the template, which is great. On the marketplace though, I get access to a wider audience that are already looking for Framer templates, so both channels have their advantages. I get around 60% of my sales from my own store and 40% of my sales from the Framer marketplace, but obviously this can go up or down depending on the month. Last month I made $12,925 from just template sales alone. But this is where it gets interesting. That isn't the full picture. The second way I get paid is through affiliate commissions. Framer have an incredible partner program where you can earn 50% commission for every subscription you bring in. And this works perfectly in tandem with selling templates, because when someone buys a template, they will also more than likely be buying a subscription to Framer in order to publish their website. So it's a win-win. Last month, affiliate commissions added another $5,316 to the mix. So between direct template sales and affiliate commissions, I made over $18,000 in total last month. What I love about this setup is how well these two income streams work together. It helps to build a business model that's not only profitable, but also sustainable month after month. And speaking of profitability, let's talk about business expenses. Now, honestly, I think this is probably my favorite part about this entire business model. Here's a quick rundown of my monthly business expenses. Starting with Framer, which cost me $25 a month and is where I build and host my template store. Then we got ConvertKit, or Kit as they're known as now, at $30 a month, which is where I handle all of my email marketing. Then we got ChatGPT, which is $25 a month and is my go-to for basically everything. Then we got Interact, which is a software I use to create quizzes that helps me generate leads for my store, and that costs $40 a month. And then we have Adobe at $25 per month, which I mainly use for creating these YouTube videos. And finally, Lemon Squeezy, my payment platform, take a 5% fee on top. So in total, my fixed expenses are $145 a month, plus the cut that Lemon Squeezy takes. So with $18,000 in revenue last month, that puts my profit margin at around 94%, which is ridiculous if you ask me, and shows how lean a digital product business can be. When it comes to building digital products, the main investment is your time to create the product rather than a ton of upfront money. Now, speaking of creating a product, let's talk about my process when it comes to creating a quality website template. I won't go into the step-by-step of creating website templates, but I'll give you a big picture look at how I approach creating templates that people actually want to buy. First, I start by choosing a niche. This could be freelancers, agency owners, photographers, or anything else. Focusing on a specific niche helps me create templates that speaks directly to their needs, but the key to choosing a niche is choosing one that's big enough. I see a lot of template creators create templates for hyper-specific niches, but the problem with that approach is that you're going to find it hard to get consistent sales. When the niche is too narrow, the demand just isn't there to support regular income. Instead, I aim for niches that are specific enough to address clear needs, but still broad enough to have a good-sized audience. That way there's a balance between specialization and market demand. Next, I look for a pain point. What's the burning problem that people in this niche are having when it comes to websites or their online presence? For example, for photographers, a common pain point might be having an easy way to showcase their portfolio in a visually stunning way, but that's also simple to update. They need a website that beautifully highlights their work without requiring a ton of maintenance. By identifying pain points like this, I can create templates that truly solve a problem, which makes them so much more valuable and so much more appealing to potential customers. Not to mention, it makes it so much easier to market when you have a clear problem you're solving. Once I've got a solid idea, I do something that not a lot of template creators do, but I think is essential: validation. I'll reach out to people in that niche, usually via DMs, and literally ask them what they'd like to see in a template and if it's even something that they'd actually buy. If the feedback is positive and there's real interest, that's my green light to start creating the template. Now, when it comes to creating the template, of course, it's a creative process, so there's no right or wrong way to go about it. However, I always try to focus on making it easy to customize. It's very easy to get carried away with the creative side, but at the end of the day, this is a website template. It has to be simple for the person to be able to make it their own. Once the template is created, the next step is to package it up and distribute it. This includes creating screenshots, mock-ups, and any tutorials to go with it, and then listing it on my store and marketplaces. So with the template created and listed, the next piece of the puzzle is marketing and getting it in front of the right people. Now, when it comes to marketing, I use a few different channels, so let's break down each one of them and talk about how I use them. The first channel I use to market my templates is Twitter, or X, and this is actually where the majority of my traffic comes from. This was the first platform I signed up to when I started building my personal brand. At the time of recording, it's been around 12 months since I created the account, and I'm sitting at around 5,000 followers. I use Twitter for mainly top of funnel content, which means that I'm basically posting with the sole purpose of raising awareness for my personal brand. I don't use it to hard sell my templates necessarily, but it's more so about just getting eyes on me and building an audience. And the way that I do that is by posting once a day, every day, or nowadays, most days. Whether it's a template I'm working on or something that I've just learned, I make a post about it. And after doing that consistently, it started to gather momentum, and I built up an audience of people who are genuinely interested in what I do. And as a result, people end up on my store just from following my journey or from coming across a post that piqued their interest. But even though that's my strategy now, back when I had 0 followers, just posting content didn't really do much. So my strategy was a little bit different back then. It involved more things like commenting, sending DMs, engaging with others, but that could be a whole video in itself. If you want me to go more in depth about how I got my first few thousand followers on Twitter, drop a comment below and I'll be happy to make a video about it. The next channel I use to drive traffic to my templates is right here, YouTube. Now, YouTube is a bit different from Twitter because it allows me to go deeper into topics and provide more in-depth content. On YouTube, I share tutorials, insights, and behind-the-scenes looks at my template business. This type of content not only helps people understand the value of my templates, but also helps to build trust by letting them see my expertise firsthand. I aim to create videos that are genuinely helpful with the goal of providing value first, which naturally draws people to my store if they're interested in learning more. What I love about YouTube is that it's more evergreen than other platforms. A single video can keep bringing in traffic for months or even years, which makes it a powerful tool for consistent exposure. Now granted, my YouTube channel is still only small, but even with only 3,000 subscribers, it still brings in a solid chunk of targeted visitors to my store every month. And the final channel that I use to drive traffic is my blog. Now, I've only recently started blogging, so I don't have a ton of results to share just yet, but it's already looking promising. My approach with the blog is to create content that resonates with my target audience of creative entrepreneurs. This includes topics they're interested in and actively searching for, like things to do with web design, online business, frame art, and any other valuable insight that might help them in their business. And since blog posts can rank on search engines like Google, they have that same evergreen potential as YouTube videos. Now, everything I've spoken about so far is about getting people to my website, but let's talk about what happens when they get there. On my website, I have a quiz set up as a lead magnet, and the idea behind the quiz is simple. It helps people figure out which website template is the best fit for their business. This not only provides value to them by simplifying their decision process, but it also allows me to capture their email address in exchange for the quiz results. So instead of just hoping people buy on their first visit, which rarely happens, the quiz gives me a chance to stay connected, provide more value over time, and eventually guide them towards the right template when they're ready to purchase. And that's my entire marketing strategy in a nutshell. But to be honest, a lot of this model is just rinse and repeat. It's about consistently putting out valuable content, connecting with my audience, and driving traffic to my store that creates this machine of template sales. I mentioned earlier that template sales are only one piece of getting paid. Affiliate commissions are a huge part of this business model, and if you want to sell Framer templates and get commissions on top, then you need to become a Framer partner. So check out this video where I walk you through exactly how to become a Framer partner and start earning commissions. I'll check you in the next one.